Have you ever wondered what are the most essential items for miniature painting? Well, today we are gonna go through all of them, so stick around. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Lately I get asked by friends and other hobbyists, what do I need to start painting? But in this video, I'm not gonna recommend you just items for you to start with, but for your whole painting journey. So grab a pen, a sheet of paper, and let's get into it. Number one, a sprue cutter, an X-Acto knife, and a plastic glue. When it comes to a sprue cutter and an X-Acto knife, you really need a good quality for the both of them, or else you are not gonna have clean cuts and there is a high possibility to damage your models while removing them from the sprue. With a crappy X-Acto knife, you are not gonna be able to clean them properly if the blade is dull. The plastic glue, as the name says, when you put it on the plastic, what it does, it melts it a little bit, so when you are trying to glue two pieces together, they combine and in the end result looks like there was only one piece from the very beginning. Just remember not to put too much, just a few drops are enough. Item number two, a wet palette. When I started with a hobby, I first used a regular palette, which was hell on earth. The paint was desert dry a few minutes after I put my paints on the palette, meaning I would have to reload paint every few minutes just to continue painting with the same color. Then I saw a video from a well-known YouTuber on how to make your own custom wet palette. Let me tell you, the difference was like night and day. It really changed my whole perspective and workflow. One of the biggest strengths of the wet palette, besides keeping your paints moist and fresh for longer periods of time, is that you can mix them right on the palette, which means you can put two paints on your palette, mix them, and then you can go back and forth if you feel like your paint is too bright or is it too dark, let's say, and that gives you more control while you are painting. I use the Red Grass wet palette, but because it's a little bit more expensive, you can use the Green Stuff World wet palette. It's not the best, but it is good enough. Item number three, paint brushes. Okay, now for the fun stuff. If you are a beginner, I would recommend you to buy a synthetic brush and a natural hair brush. The reason you need a synthetic one is that you need the brush to abuse, to use it for, let's say, to make the base for your minis. Another reason is try and mix multiple colors and test out your palette. Most importantly, you need the brush to use with colors that normally it's gonna destroy your good quality brushes. One example is contrast paints. You can only use contrast paints with synthetic brushes. Now, brushes with natural hair, we need them for the actual painting. The biggest difference between natural and synthetic hair is the tip and how they hold their paints. Natural hairs have a very nice pointy tip and they release color slowly, meaning you're gonna have a better overall control of your painting process, while on the other hand, synthetic hair have usually bad tips and they release color way faster. My recommendation is to buy a number one synthetic brush and a number 0 natural hair brush. Vallejo has a series of brushes. They are good enough and they are not that expensive. Item number 4, colors.
Today we ask the age-old question.
What colors do I need? Personally, use Vallejo because they just work for me, but brands like Citadel or AK are also very good. I haven't really used other brands, so I can't really comment on them, but you are free to experiment on your own. My personal belief is that you need 3 base colors: red, yellow and blue, 3 secondary colors: green, purple and orange, and also a black and a white. Just when you go buy your first colors, choose a darker type and a bright type. For example, choose a dark blue and a brighter blue and use that rule for the other colors. I will put a recommendation on screen right now. Item number 4, miscellaneous. We talked about the most important tools you need to start painting, but there are also a few items that you can make at home. For a miniature holder, instead of buying one, you can use a small plastic cup like the ones you do shots with. Turn it upside down, stick on top some blue tack and stick your model on top. That's gonna be good enough for a miniature holder. Very cheap, very easy. Another thing that comes to mind is tweezers. In case you want to stick some grass tufts on your base, you can use the ones you have already at home and you are set. Last thing that comes to mind is sandpaper to clean your model surfaces much faster. For that you can use nail files, but choose the ones with a finer grit so you don't accidentally damage your model. And that's the end for this video. Short and sweet. Thank you all for watching. I have been working on I can't speak. I have been working on a project and it's really hard to record because I am intending to send it to competitions abroad and it really needs my full attention. I will try to gather as much material as I can to show it to you all, but it's gonna take some time. Massive thanks to all of you sticking around. Smash like and I'm gonna see you on the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Peace.